Guys, I'm so excited. I'm stupidly schoolboy excited, which admittedly is a little bit pathetic for a 47-year-old man, but my first ever guest on the Help with Stephen Hilton podcast happens to be my favourite ever person. Laura Clary, my first guest on my podcast. Here we go. I got an interview guest.
Hi.
Look who it is.
It's me.
Do you know I was on a podcast? I haven't done that many podcasts, but I did one podcast that I'm not going to mention, and they were talking normally, and then when they started recording, they were like, "Hey,
welcome to the podcast."
I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Deborah Dasherberry, and we are here with Stephen, none other than Stephen Hilton, producer, composer, YouTube personality, online comedian, dad.
They were like
daddy.
Two different people. It was now that it's not going to be hard to find anyway. No one to talk about that. Yeah, your whole family come in,
but
and
why do you have to put on a different voice?
It's like radio voice.
Yeah, there's because it's one thing to have a newscaster voice. It's like, okay, we get the newscaster, like here in Kansas, you sort of accept that voice. Yeah. But a podcaster, you need to chill the fuck out.
I know. You had a newscaster character. When I first met you, I pushed you into making online content. Can we just acknowledge that? It was my idea.
I acknowledge it all the time. And he bought me my first camera.
I did. And I said, you've got to make content online because I knew you were going to kill it. I knew it.
Yeah, you did.
I knew it. And you were so depressed.
Because nobody watched my videos except for Stephen and my mom. That was it.
I got a confession to make. One of the videos that I told you about it recently, there was a glitch on YouTube when you first started making videos. And you know, if you play the video yourself, the view count doesn't change. There was a glitch on your second ever video. And every time I played it, the count went up, and I spent like 5 hours playing. Yeah, because if you look, you remember there was like 20 views, 30 views, and one of them had like 500, and I was like, look, people are saying it was all me.
The 500 was
because I kept playing it, and every time it was a glitch, and it was going up, and I was like, she can't say this, but I kept playing it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I can tell you that now.
I thought I had 500 organic views.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It was half 300 on me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was a glitch.
Or 400. Oh, no, because they were all like 300 viewed, and then one was 500.
I don't think we even got over 100 views.
No.
I remember coming back from an AA meeting once thinking that we did the Pamela Pumpkin in Trader Joe's, and I thought, this video is going to destroy. There's no way this video isn't going to destroy 20 views.
Yeah.
And I was like crushed.
Like back in the day, we would do Pamela Pumpkin videos, and like no one would watch them. And now Paula Abdul is like, hi, I'm Pamela Pupkin. Millie Bobby Brown is like, hi, y'all, I'm Pamela Pupkin. And like the whole world knows who Pamela Pupkin is. So there you go. And that's persistence.
Persistence and consistency.
And consistency. Right? Yeah. And as my sponsor always said, stay in the action and out of the results.
Yeah.
Because I called her one day. I was like, nobody's going to watch my videos and nobody cares. And she was like, Laura, you're an artist. Make art. Stay in the action and out of the results.
You know what's really funny is I don't normally laugh when I make content. This is really weird for me to be laughing making content. Really? It's nice. I like it.
It's because we're chatting.
Yeah.
You know? It would be weird if you just started laughing at your own self.
But so your whole family are coming out, and I was going to leave because in case they wanted to smash me up.
Well, my mom's not very happy with you, I gotta say.
Oh, shit. You didn't tell me that. Waited till now to say that.
I talked to her today and I said, look, Mom, we're getting along very well. He's a great dad, and he's working really hard on himself. So, you know, I'd like everything to be...
Oh, God.
She was like, okay.
Oh, God.
And I was like, what do you mean, okay? She's like, okay. And I'm like, that's okay. Sounded very loaded. And she was like, what do you mean loaded?
Oh, no.
And I'm like, she goes, well, he hurt my daughter. So I'm not the happiest with him right now. And I said, well, that's all understandable. But, you know, we're in a good place, and I want the energy to be loving and peaceful, and that's better for everyone. And she was like, no, I understand totally. And look, she doesn't hate you. I'm an extension of her. And so she's obviously protective of me.
No, I get that.
And she's scared, and she doesn't want me to be hurt again. And that's it. That's literally it.
Yeah.
So if you talk to her and let her know that you're working on yourself,
Yeah.
you know, and you just show up for your kids, I think that's the best thing.
Sucks. This whole thing sucks.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You should have thought about that.
Well, I didn't know I was going to lose my actual marbles and end up. Actually, I had an actual psychotic breakdown.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
what happened.
I was there.
And I don't think you can really. I'm really doing a lot of work to get better. I did EMDR therapy, which is insane. 5 hours of therapy on the one.
No, you're doing a great job, and
I'm trying my hardest.
yeah, and that's all you can do. That's all you can do.
I'm trying my best to get the family back. I've said that before.
Yeah, I know. But
I hate it. I hate living apart. It's rubbish. I do hate it.
I mean, we do. Here's the thing, though. I feel like our interactions, though, of course, there are things that are not happening that did before. There's.
You can't.
I'm saying, okay, although there's certain aspects of our relationship that are not.
That sucks too. What? Oi! Don't.
I do think, though, that there's other elements that are much healthier now.
Yes.
Like, I feel like our communication is much better, that you're so much nicer to me, to be honest.
I'm not crazy anymore. Basically.
And I feel like I'm nicer to you too.
Yes, I think you are. I think so.
We don't depend on each other for every effing thing.
No, and I've got my own thing now, which is really
You have
positive.
your own thing.
That's one positive thing that's happened.
You have your own thing. You have your own work. You have your own stuff. You don't. We're not attached in that way,
No.
which is amazing. Also, I'm becoming more independent, more responsible.
Yeah.
Everything I put on Steven, so many things like the finances and all the house stuff, and like now I'm taking a more active role.
We've taken over completely.
I have, and it's really good for me
Yeah.
because I was losing my confidence because I
Yeah.
felt so dependent. You could get hit by a bus tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right in the face.
Yeah.
Just
bus face.
smash. The bus could smash your face in and then roll it over. And then go, did you hear that? Let me back up.
Oh,
Roll
backing
back.
up over my face.
Back up over your face.
Oh.
Full bus face smash.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could have that tomorrow.
And well, yeah,
Tomorrow.
that's true.
Tonight, even.
Then I would regret not having more English chocolate. I've stopped having English chocolate. Now I'm
That's where
thinking,
your
why
head
not-
goes.
why
It's
not
not one last hug from Poppy. No. It's more curly whirlies.
Do you remember I gave
I
Alfie
should
a
have
bit
had
of
more
curly
curly
whirly?
whirlies. Yeah, I do remember that.
He found it. That boy is industrious. He found it in the fridge, and he was like, "Daddy, please."
I cannot believe this. So Alfie is on a gluten-free, dairy-free diet. And I know like some of you are like, oh, that's quacky or whatever. But so many doctors recommended that kids on the spectrum don't have dairy or gluten. That
It did huge for him as well.
Right, that
Yeah.
it could stunt brain development. A lot of people say, no, that's not true. You know what? We saw a massive
Yeah, I
improvement
have
with
to
his
admit.
speech
Yeah.
and meltdowns and his brain function.
It was the single biggest thing that changed him at the beginning.
So, and
Yeah.
he was never having dairy anyway, but cutting out gluten,
Yeah.
like, yeah, we saw a difference. So what is the harm in not having gluten? I just don't see the harm in
No.
it. But one day, Steven took Alfie out.
I got addicted to English chocolate because my friend got me a load of English chocolate, and I was like, "Great, now I'm going to be eating it." And I started eating it, and then it was the only joy I was getting when we
It was
first
the only
separated.
food you were eating.
It was the only food I was eating, and the only nice thing that was happening in my life was having a bit of English chocolate. And of course, Alfie finds it, brings it up to me, and goes, "Daddy, please, Daddy,
Please,
How am I going to say no to that?" So I gave him a tiny bit.
Of a chocolate called Curly
And I
Whirly.
stupidly said it's called a curly. I stupidly said curly whirly.
Yeah.
That boy only heard that once.
So then, cut to a couple days later, Alfred comes up to me and goes, Curly Whirly?
How the hell did he?
Curly Whirly? And I'm like, what? And I go in the guest house fridge because they had just come back from an outing.
We went out.
And he opens, I open up the fridge and I see this bag and I'm like, what is this? And I look in and he comes up to me and goes, Curly Whirly?
Oh my God.
Curly Whirly?
I put
And
it
I'm
in
like,
the guest house so
"Curly
you wouldn't
Whirly?"
see it.
Right. And I was like, Curly Whirly, what is he talking about? And I pull it out and there's this big chocolate called Curly Whirly.
How did he
And I
even
look at
know?
the ingredients and it's dairy and not gluten-free. Now, I don't want to be this like crazy person of, oh, never let your kid try food, because I think that's crazy too, and I do. But I did think you should have at least said, hey, I gave
No,
him
I should-
some of this.
I should, and I haven't- he hasn't
so
had
I
any of
could
it
have
since.
monitored his behavior to go, is there a correlation or not?
He hasn't had any of it since.
But it was really funny because he totally like told on Steven.
Yeah,
and
he
then
did.
I went in and I said, what's Curly Whirly? And you're like, whoop, whoop, whoop. I was like,
I
what's
can't
Curly
believe-
Whirly? And you're like, whoop, whoop.
Shows
Curly
you
Whirly?
how intelligent he is, because I said
Yeah.
that one time.
Oh yeah, and he knew.
Crazy.
Steven's like, oh man, the days when he was fully nonverbal. Never had to worry about that.
No.
Never had to worry.
I think we should do this more often. I'm totally enjoying. I mean, this is so much different from the videos I normally make. I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah, it would be with the guests, but yeah, I'm down. I know where you live.
On the
I know
road?
your number.
Yeah.
You know my number.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you know my number?
I do. Yeah.
I do. I know yours too. I don't think I know anyone else's number.
Right. Oh. Oh.
So
What?
don't do that.
Why? Why not?
Thank you all for watching. Stephen Hilton, you can just hit that
I don't say that.
subscribe button. Just smash that like
I
button.
never say
Smash that like button. Go ahead and leave a comment.
So, here's the thing. This was a brand new podcast studio, which I set up, I invented and set up. And turns out we thought we had 30 minutes of record time. Turns out we have 15 minutes of record time. A boring, technical setup. If any of you know how to set the record time on a Canon T7 from 15 to 30 minutes, please tell me in the comments. So yeah, she's gone now, and I'm just putting this little thing on the end because I wanted to explain to you why it cut off so abruptly, but that's why. But I really did enjoy that. I loved that. I'll be honest, it sucks about her mum saying that she's not happy with. I hate it. I mean, we already had a slightly strained relationship, but I hope I can repair it. I hope so, but I didn't like hearing that, and it doesn't. I don't like knowing that. You know, she doesn't know where. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I love you guys. All I can say is that I really enjoyed that, and hopefully there'll be more. And I think I did a good job with the studio. What do you think? Apart from only having like 15 minutes of time. I love you. Please hit subscribe if you like what I'm doing. Drop a like on the video. Like she's taking the mick out of me. I never do that really, but please do. And let's come back tomorrow, and maybe I'll be talking about something else. Love you.